Hello, welcome to my channel, welcome to Once Upon a Time review. Well, it's not a review, it's my thoughts on the episode What Happened to Frederick, episode 13, I think. If you haven't watched the episode already, go do so first because of spoilers. This episode seemed to me to be a very quiet, reflective episode. Reflecting specifically on the detail of Abigail and James's arranged marriage and Abigail's side of the story, because we have had James's side of the story, we've had Snow White's side of the story, but we haven't had Abigail's side of the story. Never even occurred to me that she might have a love that she had to abandon because of this arranged marriage. I think that shows a lot, actually. The fact of these arranged marriages, these separate kingdoms within the Enchanted Forest, it does very much seem very Eurocentric and very medieval. It's a very reflection on European medieval feudal system. And politically arranged marriages were very common amongst the highborn back then. And I suppose this is logical because we have been dealing particularly with Russian and European folk stories. We've had a hint of the Middle East. It does seem very much to be based on the German and Russian folk tales at the moment. Anyway, we get Abigail's side of the story, that she doesn't even want to marry James anyway. There is nothing in it for her. There's nothing in it for either of them. They both have to sacrifice the love of their lives. Snow White in James's case is well documented, but Frederick's wasn't. Oh, and by the way, thank you very much to Darth Rushy, who gave me the heads up of what this title was referring to, because it was such a throwaway comment in the episode The Hunter, where Midas is having his glove taken off by the squire, and he says, "Be careful, remember what happened to Frederick." Such a throwaway comment in an episode where there was a lot going on. I would have spent a lot of this episode confused had I not got that heads up, so thank you very much. Anyway, back to this episode in question, and the high point of it, I think, we'll get back to Abigail and Frederick in a minute. Let's talk about the high point of it, which was the siren. The effects were absolutely fantastic. Did remind me slightly of the siren in The Curse of the Black Spot from the Doctor Who series 6, I'm going to say. I'm probably wrong. But then again, I suppose the legend of the siren is quite a universal one. It didn't disappoint, that's all I'm saying. It was a great effect, it was a great rendition of the siren legend. All round, it made the episode exciting. In an episode that was very deep and reflective and emotional, this was a high adventure. So it broke up the episode very nicely. And then, of course, we've got the actual Frederick. Who is Frederick? I mean, I know he's Abigail's lover, but who actually is Frederick in Storybook? He doesn't seem to have a counterpart. Or not one that I've seen yet. I know we've only just met him in the Enchanted Forest, but maybe we have met him in Storybook, but we haven't been formally introduced to him yet. So maybe Frederick's going to turn up. But Abigail certainly doesn't seem to think that Frederick's around, or should I say Catherine doesn't seem to think that there's any counterpart to Frederick around, because she's trying to leave to go to Boston. Of course, we all know that she can't. And the consequences of that will become obvious in some other episode, I'm sure. Because that's how we ended it, wasn't it? With her mysteriously disappeared from the car, but the car crashed on the city borders, or the town borders. Oh, and Regina spreading the hate. I know I don't like her, and I know a lot of you have defended her in the comments, saying she gets better, she's a much deeper and richer character than you could possibly imagine, Keith. So stick with her, and she's a good character in the end. No, good character, yes, but good person? No, she's not a good person at all. and her spreading the hate and spray painting Mary Margaret's car, and the very vehemence at which she let Catherine know that her husband had been playing away. It had some sort of sadistic glee for her, which is not attractive. It's not attractive in a human being, full stop. So no, I do not like Regina. She's a character meant to be hated, and I hate her. Which I think goes a long way to show, I think Lana Peregrini, or I can't remember her name, but just shows what a fantastic actress she is. It's a credit to her acting ability. I will say this in other episodes, I'm sure, but I think she is a fantastic actress. And I hate her character. Aside from that, there's not really much to tell about this episode. I mean, it was deeply reflective, it was emotional. It really gave an insight into how cruel the evil Queen Regina is in forcing that fake partnership on Catherine and David. And also the really the horror of the arranged marriage between Abigail and James. I mean, let's face it, King, what's his name, James's father, is not a nice person. I'm sure King Midas does not seem to be that bad a character, but the other king is horrible. I really can't remember his name. I'm sure one of you will remind me. And also, who is the stranger and how did he know about the well? See, he doesn't seem to have a enchanted forest counterpart, and that's confusing me. Is he something new? Has he got an enchanted forest counterpart, or is he the product of an enchanted forest counterpart like Emma and Henry are? Or are the walls of the curse breaking down so much that ordinary people can now enter Storybook? These are all answers that I haven't got. These are all questions I haven't got answers for. And I'm hoping in Series 2, Series 3, Series 4, Series 5, or the continuation of this series, I'm going to get some answers. And loads more questions. I love it. Thank you for watching this weird rambling video about Once Upon a Time, what happened to Frederick. In the next episode, I think I'll be discussing Dreamy. Until then, thank you for watching and catch you later.